You've learned what the S&P 500 is, you've learned about ETFs, you've learned about compound growth and the mistakes beginners should avoid. But now comes the big question. How do you actually build your first investment portfolio? In this video, I'll show you a simple way to think about building a portfolio, even if you're starting with just a few £100. Let's start with the most important rule. Keep it simple. You don't need 20 different stocks. You don't need to own every ETF available, and you definitely don't need to constantly buy and sell investments. A good portfolio should be easy to understand, diversified, and suitable for your goals and risk tolerance. So let's look at a simple example. Imagine you have £1,000 to invest. One approach could be putting the majority of your portfolio into a broad market index fund or ETF, such as an S&P 500 fund. Why? Because instead of depending on one company, you're gaining exposure to hundreds of large US companies through one investment. For a beginner, this can provide a simple foundation. But there is another important question. Should you invest everything at once? There isn't one answer for everyone. Some investors prefer investing a lump sum immediately. Others prefer spreading their investment over several months. This is often called dollar cost averaging. For example, instead of investing £1,000 immediately, you might invest £200 every month for 5 months. The important thing is understanding the advantages and disadvantages of each approach and choosing one that fits your circumstances. Now, let's talk about diversification. Diversification doesn't simply mean owning lots of investments. You could own 20 technology stocks and still have a portfolio heavily concentrated in one sector. True diversification means spreading your exposure across different companies, sectors, regions, or asset classes where appropriate. You should also think about your time horizon. If you're investing for 20 or 30 years, you may be able to tolerate more short-term volatility than someone who needs the money in 2 years. The longer your investment horizon, the more important it becomes to think about your ability to stay invested during market downturns. And that's something many beginners underestimate. Imagine your portfolio falls 20%. What would you do? Would you panic and sell? Or would you stick to your long-term plan? Your answer matters, because the best portfolio isn't necessarily the one with the highest potential return, it's the one you can actually stick with. Let's create another simple example. Suppose you're investing £500 every month. Instead of constantly searching for the next stock that could double, you could build a portfolio around a diversified core investment and make regular contributions. Then, as your knowledge and experience grow, you can decide whether additional investments make sense for you. The goal is to avoid unnecessary complexity. You also need to remember that your portfolio should change as your circumstances change. Your income could change, your goals could change, your risk tolerance could change, and eventually you may want to adjust how much risk you're taking. That's why building a portfolio isn't a one-time decision, it's a process. So, if you're starting today, here's the simple framework. First, understand your financial goals. Second, build an appropriate emergency fund. Third, decide how much you can invest regularly. Fourth, choose diversified investments that match your goals and risk tolerance. Fifth, keep your costs low where possible. And finally, stay disciplined. Don't build your portfolio based on what is trending on social media. Don't buy something just because everyone else is buying it. And don't assume that a stock going up recently will continue going up forever. Your portfolio doesn't need to be exciting, it needs to work for you. Remember, simple beats complicated, consistency beats hype, and time can be one of your greatest advantages as an investor. If you found this video useful, subscribe to Financial Way for more beginner-friendly investing content. In the next video, we'll take this one step further. I'll show you how I would invest £1,000 as a beginner and explain exactly why. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.